Hey guys, it's Dr. Webster, Whoa Sports Rant coming right at you. I have a very special guest. This is very special. And a first-time guest on this show is my dad, Steve Webster. So I want to welcome him, love him. We actually grew up watching these shows together, so this is going to be good doing this. And we're going to...
I hope your ratings don't go down too far.
Yeah, I bet they're going to skyrocket. So we're going to talk about baseball. I'm dressed in my thing. And why am I dressed up like this, Dad?
Well, we had an unfortunate occurrence last night where Dodger Blue fell flat. So
yeah, and they flew. They were down 3-1 in the the eighth inning. The Dodgers were up 3-1.
Correct.
And Buehler was pitching really well. And then who did they call in to close it? Who ended up having 2 home runs hit off him within 6 pitches.
One of the best pitchers of our generation. Which I have a shirt you gave me with his name
right here.
There it is, Kershaw.
No, I can't see it.
And he struck out a man on 3 straight pitches in the bottom of the 7th, so I was looking good. And then the 8th inning came.
Yeah. The thing that's funny about that is Kershaw gets a lot of notoriety, but he lost game 2, right? Or he didn't. At least he didn't win it. I don't know if he was ending up being the losing pitcher, but he didn't win it. And then they brought him in. They were 3-1, 8th inning. And then they bring Kershaw in to close it out, and he gets 2 home runs within 6 pitches or 7 pitches, and then they take him out.
It's,
and then
consecutive pitches.
Yeah, one pitch home run. The next batter cuts in.
To his credit, he owned up afterwards and said, "I had one thing to do, and I couldn't do it."
Yeah. And it just adds to the Dodgers tradition. And I'm a Dodgers fan, so it's hard. It pains me to say this, but they do well in the regular season, but they just can't figure it out in the postseason. And that was a huge loss. That was huge. I'm sure Magic Johnson and all those executives are not happy with that. And the coach is going to be in trouble. On the flip end was the Cardinals game. So what did we think about that?
Well, I was thinking, because I know the Atlanta traffic is really bad, because I have 2 daughters that live there. And I was thinking of a person who came maybe 10, 15 minutes late because of the traffic. And they look up and it's 10-0.
Yeah.
Top of the first, St. Louis, no home runs, got 10 runs. And I think the key play in the game was a ground ball to the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Gold glove, fantastic fielder, doesn't commit many errors. He boots a double play, which would have ended the inning.
Yeah.
And that was the key to the game.
Yeah. Well, can't get it done. It's going to be a Cardinals, Nationals. Congratulations to the Nationals. When we make fun of the Dodgers, we don't want to take away any respect because the 10th inning, 4 runs, the Grand Slam, we didn't even mention that from Kendrick in the 10th inning was phenomenal. So we got Cardinals and we've got the Nationals in the National League. And the American League, we have Game 5, Tampa Bay versus Houston. Who do you got?
Well, I'm a National League guy. So it doesn't really matter too much. There's people that like the American League, but I don't think they were raised right. So, I think Houston will come through. They have their big pitcher, Cole. He hasn't lost since May 11th or something. 17 wins in a row. I think they pitched Verlander on short rest, and that's why they had trouble. But Cole is ready to go. I'm predicting 6-2 Houston.
Okay. I think Houston's going to win too. They actually were talking about this on ESPN that doing pitchers on short rest is actually not a good thing. They're like 1 and 2 or like 50. No. They're hitting 50% in terms of winning those games.
It's hurt Kershaw and it's hurt some other pitchers on short rest. And Verlander, Wilbon called it on PTI. Verlander was short rest and they paid the price. They're playing in Sunkist Stadium, the Houston home stadium. They are 60-20.
Yeah.
At home.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to go for Houston for the solemn reason that they'll get home field against the Yankees, who I do not like. And I know there's a lot of, patients out there. Love you guys. Leave your comments, talk some trash. But yeah, I don't want the Yankees in the World Series. I think they're more formidable to beat them. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to talk about the Vegas Knights a little bit. They actually they're 2-0 against the Sharks, and then they played Boston. And I actually saw this game. They were up 2-0, and then Boston stole a lot of pucks from them and turned into scores, and the Golden Knights ended up losing 4-3. It was a really good effort, and they played Boston, the runner-ups last year, the Stanley Cup runner-ups. So it was a good game, but they'll continue to get better.
Boston scored their 3 goals in regular time on 3 turnovers.
Exactly.
All of those goals were turnovers. They're playing the good news is tonight they're playing Houston, they're playing Arizona. The what do you call them? The Roadrunners.
I don't know. They're a good team though.
They're 0-2.
Yeah. So hopefully we get a win there.
We're getting the win tonight.
We just need to play, but we'll sharpen up and not have turnovers and stuff. But anyway, that wraps it up. Leave your comments, and thanks for checking in. Thanks for being with us today,
problem.
Dad. We hope to have you come back, and you did great. And we'll see you later.